As you can tell, my worm bin, they kind of been working on the paper, the cardboard, okay? Now what I'm gonna do is I'm fixing to cut some more cardboard to put it in here. Now I wanna show you something. Let's see if I can find them. Look at that. They all in here. And if you'll notice, rotten Irish potato, I put it in there. Now if it sprouts, it'll go in the garden. If it don't sprout, the worms will eat it. What I just did a minute ago, I should have videoed it, but I didn't. I pulled this back and dumped a whole lot of coffee grounds and coffee filters right there. Then I poured one of these energy drinks. It's way outdated. I poured it on there. The worms. What I'm doing now, my worm bin, the worms had pretty well destroyed the old cardboard I had in there. So what I'm doing is I'm fixing to recover it with new cardboard. Now here's the thing. There's two tricks to this. If you notice, this is laminated cardboard. What it does, it has a little corrugation. See? The worms crawl up in there and breed. Now once it goes in the bin and gets damp, lays there a few days, if you was to take and separate this, there'd be worms all up in here. Now, this is what the old cardboard looked like, the old outside cover. It will eventually decay, but I usually take it out. What I'm going for is this, that center. And the reason I'm going for that center will look like this very quickly, very quickly. And your little bugs and worms and all of them get on there, and they die if I can catch them. Anyway, that's there. Now the trick to this, people, is get all the tape off. Don't leave any tape. If you leave any tape at all, I'll tell you what's gonna happen. You're gonna come in here in a couple of weeks, and you're gonna have plastic in all your plants, plastic in your garden, because I use that worm food, and it's hard to get rid of plastic. So I'm deadly. I do not allow any plastic anywhere near my worm bin. It's just not worth the effort. Now I'm not gonna spend all day stripping the tape off this. I'm gonna go ahead and get this prepped. Once I get the tape off, I'll take my razor knife and cut it and open it up and fit it to the worm bin. It's not rocket science. It's extremely. Now, if you'll notice, what I have accomplished is I've taken all the tape, all your tape, the labels. I cut them out. Make sure it's all gone. You do not want that in your worm bin. Now the next thing is, I'm gonna open this thing up. Let's see what I got. All right, there you go. Now, we'll size it to fit the worm bin. Now, it's in there. So what we're gonna do now is do a little show. Now what I'm gonna do, this particular piece almost covered the whole bed. You're lacking, maybe 3 inches right here. But that's no problem. I'll cut a strip. You're lacking about 12 under here. I'll cut a strip for that. Now here's what I do next. Like I said, they go up inside this cardboard when it's damp. It won't go in there dry. So I take this razor knife, and I don't cut that deep. All I'm doing is breaking that outer shell, the outer cover. I want to break that. And I'll tell you why. I'm going to take a couple of gallons of water and pour right on top of this. What happens is the water soaks into the cardboard. And when it does that, then the worms can get to it. So you score it. That's what I'm doing, is just score it. Just to make it absorb water and make it, ooh, I forgot about that thing being that low. It'll give you a pretty good headache. Anyway, let's do a little quick here. And then I'll put the water on this thing and show you. Now, as I mentioned before, if you need coffee grounds and you don't bring coffee, any coffee shop will be happy to give them to you. They have to pay to dump those coffee grounds. If you go in there and get them for your garden, they are tickled to death. Now, here is the worm being totally recovered. Now I'm fixing to get a couple of gallons of water and just pour on top. A lot of it will soak in, some will go down, it doesn't matter. This bin's big enough, the worms will find the dry spot, and they do like moisture. For the next day or two, even after I wet this cardboard, they're not going to have much to do with it. But if you'll notice, I want it to soak in. Now once that cardboard starts absorbing water and gets damp, the worms will come, they'll be there. And the trick is, like I said, you want that cardboard damp. It'll start soaking in these cuts we made. And when it does that, the worms are coming. They'll be right there. They'll love it. Kind of slow and easy. Let it just soak on in. Just soaking. This worm bin has saved me a fortune in fertilizer and the produce it's helped produce. But believe me, this worm bin has produced a lot of poo over the years.